All right, well, welcome back. Hello again. Again, hate to interrupt the conversations. Part of the reason you're here. Well, I hope you enjoyed the breakout sessions. Hope you enjoyed the transportation panel we had this morning. If you're like me and didn't get to see hardly all three of the sessions, couldn't clone yourself and divide yourself into three, which would come in handy sometimes, don't worry, because we recorded all those sessions. They'll be posted to our YouTube site at georgialogistics.com. So whatever session you didn't get to go to, go check out our website and you can go download the videos and also read some of the presentations and some of the material that those speakers presented. Thanks again to all the industry speakers that joined us this year. We really had a great lineup for 2013. I'd also like to thank, as I've done throughout the program, one of our signature sponsors. If you can go to the next slide, guys. Our Rockefeller Group, who's generously sponsored our lunch today. Hope you enjoyed the chicken and cheesecake. One of the reasons why logistics is so important is because of the wide range of ways in which it impacts a company's operations, its bottom line, its customer service, and so much more, as you all know very well. Overall, logistics impacts a company's ability to compete for new business and grow. And we've talked about that in a lot of our different sessions in a lot of different ways throughout the past roughly day and a half. For us, the summit is a 2-day capstone for what we try to do all year long with companies just like yours, the other 363 days that we're not here celebrating the summit. We get a chance to interact with companies of all shapes and sizes from all over our state. Every connection is a bit different, every supply chain is a bit unique, and it makes our jobs a lot of fun, as you can probably tell from just listening to some of our staff. But the goal is basically the same, to help companies solve problems and capitalize on opportunities involving the movement of freight. So we put together a little video with just a few of our friends here in the state of Georgia to help begin to tell that story and give you a sample of some of the things that we do and how important logistics is to the state of Georgia and the companies that are involved in it. If you guys could please. Completeness of what Georgia has to offer from a logistics and supply chain point of view is something that really sets Georgia apart from the pack. More railroad track miles than anywhere else in the Southeast. A consistently top-ranked highway system. Our seaport is 4th largest in the nation. Our airport, from an air cargo perspective, number 10 in the country, number 30 in the world, and the busiest passenger airport in the world. The Center of Innovation for Logistics is an industry-focused component of the Department of Economic Development. The state of Georgia has a critical role to play in helping private business be more competitive, helping companies not just do it faster, but do it better, do it with better reliability. We sit down with companies like that every day, thousands every year, and begin to understand what their challenges are, what opportunities might be in front of them, and help them think strategically on how they can go capture that new business. And at the end of the day, help create new jobs and new investment here to our state.
Here's how to think about our inventory at Home Depot. We have about $11 billion in inventory. That's with a B. That's a lot of money tied up in inventory. The number one thing that our customers come for is to find the product that they're looking for and be able to assemble the project that they want to complete at their home. So being in stock with all of those items is job number one. The Port of Savannah is very strategic for the state of Georgia and very strategic for the Home Depot. About 20% of our imports enter through the Port of Savannah. We leverage that asset every day to help bring product to our customers as efficiently as possible. Georgia is our home state and very important to us. The center helps to make sure that Georgia is competitive in terms of logistics, helps us in industry to network with other professionals, and gives us a good voice that we can speak collectively about freight and logistics in Georgia to make sure that we're able to take care of our customers.
We are a third-party logistics provider. RBW Logistics includes warehousing, distribution, transportation, packaging. We consider ourselves problem solvers. Most people don't realize the coordination and planning that it takes to move materials from point A to point B. The big takeaway is we've learned that you have to be creative. You have to be highly flexible. You have to be able and willing to adapt. And you have to be able to customize your services to meet the changes in customer demand. The Center of Innovation has been a tremendous resource in education, providing data, not only in how we run our business, but also in how we help our customers.
Our focus is end-to-end software supply chain solutions. So everything from forecasting, what the demand for products might be in the future, all the way through the optimization of inventory, the management of orders wherever they're coming from, the transportation of goods all the way from manufacturer into the hands of the customer, and then finally the distribution and the fulfillment of orders. Supply chain, almost like no other, is a discipline that requires people, process, and technology to come together in harmony to really be able to operate effectively. And the center gives us the ability to bring all of those constituents together. It brings the people together to discuss the world's best practices, and it brings companies like us together to discuss the technology that's available to make supply chains more effective.
We are the connector that helps bridge the gap between those industries. We work directly with logistics-enabled companies to help them connect, compete, and grow their business from a logistics point of view, and keep up with the technology that's shaping their industry. An incredible collection of assets really set Georgia apart when it comes to competing for business, whether companies are looking to compete and grow, or whether they're looking to relocate their headquarters, or really establish a new presence in the United States. Georgia comes front of mind, and we hope to be able to attract many, many more, and we know that logistics and transportation will be a big part of that decision process. What do you think? Thank you. So, my only complaint, way too much me walking around in the video, but they said I had to do that, so. But we really appreciate it, and this is just, again, an example of just a small slice of what goes on in the industry here in Georgia, and working with companies like you is again, a lot of fun. So we're gonna get into our next session. Our keynote sponsor, I'm really excited to have Carter's represented here today. Richard Westenberger is the Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer for Carter's. And like all of our other speakers throughout the day, you can read about him and his bio, as well as a little bit about what Carter's means and does as a company in your program that you have in front of you. And they're doing a lot of exciting things. Multi-channel is a word that's on a lot of the tips of our tongues across the industry, and they're doing a lot of things across the state of Georgia, across the country and world, just to put it mildly. And a lot of it is happening right here in our state in Georgia. Recently, Carter's decided to relocate its global headquarters to Atlanta, and we're pleased to have them here, and now working on the deployment of a million square foot e-commerce fulfillment center. But I don't want to steal too much of Richard's thunder.